Jim, it's only been a couple of days since we spoke to you last, but is the Thomond Park experience still very fresh in your mind, and how much is it influencing your preparations for this weekend?
It's still in the mind. I don't think games like that just go away, but you learn in this game to move on fairly quickly, and of course the disappointment, the frustrations were there immediately after the game and when you wake up on Sunday morning and even into Monday. But what you've got to do, you've got to bank that, you've got to put it behind you. You never completely forget about it, but you've got to move on and you've got to think about the next game.
Is the fact that everybody around the club was so disappointed with the result at Thomond a sign of how far the Saints have come over the past couple of years?
Yeah, I think it is. I think we knew we had a good chance of winning the game. You can talk about going in as underdogs, you can talk about how good Munster are, but we knew ourselves that if we played well, we'd have a very good chance of winning the game, and so it proved. Because I was very satisfied with our performance. There were one or two things that we could have done better. We've been working on that this week a little bit, but generally it was a good performance, and on another day would have won the game. The
fact that it was such a good performance in terms of taking that momentum into Friday night, not ordinarily, having such a short turnaround between games, is particularly challenging. But given that there is so much momentum, has that been as much of a factor this week?
Yeah, I think only time will tell, and we'll see on Friday night. But it is quite tough when you play on a Saturday. You travel home on a Sunday, so you're actually only getting home Sunday evening. Still feeling a little bit tired, and so then you've got to really focus because you have got a short turnaround. But we've managed to do that. The lads have trained really well this week, and there's no reason why on Friday we can't reproduce that intensity of performance.
The Scarlets have got a reputation for running rugby and some great attackers. What is that a right reputation for them, do you think?
I do. I think that they've had that reputation, and that's been from previous experience, particularly in the last few years in the Heineken Cup. They showed what quality of side they are. Maybe they struggled a bit up front in previous years against some of the good sides, but I think that's something that they've looked to address this year. And watching them last week, in particular against Cast, very, very competitive now, much improved up front with their scrum, line out, maul, very competitive in the breakdown area. And of course, you give those backs any room, as it showed at the weekend, and they'll score good tries.
Cast, as you say, got such a heavyweight pack. Is this genuinely now, with the results last week and a 4-team pool, where everybody's still got the chance of going through?
Yeah, I think it really is. I think Cast, I think they're third now in the French league, playing really well. Very, very hard to beat at home. So it's going to be a real tussle for anybody to go there and pick up points. Munster, of course, we know what Munster are like, and they've picked up a good win to begin with, and Scarlets picking up a good win at home as well. So it's a very, very competitive pool. I think everybody wants to win every single week, but I don't think the pool will be decided next week or in the next few rounds.